All right, here's what's going on today. We have some quarters. You hear? Got a bunch of quarters to go through from the bank. I'm going to be opening them in the camera. We're looking for varieties and errors like the 2004 Wisconsin Extra Leaf, 2005 Minnesota Extra Tree, a bunch of modern stuff. Hopefully, we find some silver, but for sure, we're going to be searching some of these bank wrapped rolls of quarters. Let's check out the enders. Here's a newer woman quarter here. See what we got. And then I also have the cherry picker's guide. Can you run me that cherry picker's guide? It's on the couch over there. Also got the cherry picker's guide we can reference for some extra stuff. Thanks, buddy. Got the cherry picker's guide, official Whitman's guidebook, 6th edition, volume 2. Got all kinds of references in here for everything, variety, and error. I found out today they do update it, so okay, let's kick it off. 2024, we're looking at the Washington's nose and mouth. Check out the ear area. I need to get my bag here. Give me a second. I'll get something to put coins in after I go through them, obviously. Kicking it off here. 2024 Denver American Women coins. Here's a 2022 Anime Wong. We do have some things to look for on this one. Check out the eyeball for some tears. These are scratches I'm seeing here. You can look for the extra hangnail, extra nail. Basically looking for extra metal on the coin itself. Get my fancy coin pointer. So we're looking for extra metal here. These are scratches, not too worried about those. I believe it's in May. There's a doubling error, some extra metal error, and then down here on, I believe it's this finger. I could be wrong. Looking for like a hangnail deal. But it's the first roll. The night is young. Denver 2000. I have a reference sheet off to my side. Kansas 2005. On this one, we're looking at the motto, "In God We Trust." And we're looking for "In God We Rust." This one clearly, see the T. There's like some sort of grease error possibly on this one. Hey, Big Biscuit, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the hangout session. Here's a Fort McHenry. This one's quite off-center. Very off-center. Look how skinny the rim is on the bottom and how fat it is on the top. This is probably one of the more off-center ones I've found. This side actually looks really okay. This one is way off-center. Wonder how much those are worth. Under the microscope, you can see a nice fat rim up top. Zip right down here on the bottom. Look how skinny that sucker is. 2013 Fort McHenry. You can actually see it really well. We will put that off to the side. See if we can find something else. Here's a 79 We're looking for errors and varieties. Once I come across one of the ones that's on my list, I will let you know. Here's a 65. This is on the list for sure. So I'm just going to head on over to the cherry picker's guide that I have here. I actually found one of these the other day. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's a DDO or a DDR, which is double die reverse or double die obverse. In 1965, they took some out of the cherry picker's guide because of collectors not really wanting them as much. The 65 double die obverse, which is the head side, is kind of the only one they left in there. The other one people didn't really want, so we'll check the front or look at Liberty and the date and In God We Trust for any doubling. Just checking over these letters, see if we have any split serifs. I could see like 2 points off the E maybe. Check the motto. Not really seeing much there. And we'll check the date. So this one is a Philly. There's no mint mark on here. We're going to look at the back. Look for doubling in here for the DDR, which is removed from this version of the Cherry Picker's Guide, but I did find one of these last week. It's like a $20 quarter I found. So just check it over real quick. It's worth our time. Unlike some of those other errors, they're like couple dollars maybe, and you take a long time looking for them. How's everybody doing tonight? We are looking for varieties and errors and doubling and breaks and cuds and all kinds of different errors. Here's another 65. We're going to just pop that under there. We're going to do the same exact thing. And everything 64 and earlier is silver. Check out that one. That B is just cheeched. It's like a huge dent. Check out that B. Pretty sure that is post-mint damage. It does not look like it's like a mint error. Kind of cool though. Big hole in the B. Looking for doubling. Check here, look for doubling. 1965, Washington. All these raised spots. You can see these raised spots next to the date. Make sure you look at the edge of your coin. This one definitely has edge damage, which pushes up the edge, makes it look like it's some sort of a rim error or something like that. Check for doubling here. All the lettering. United States of America. Lots of damage. Kind of hard to see much of anything, to be honest with you. $quarter. Okay, let's keep moving. We're only in the first roll. We're checking a lot of coins here. Here's a 2013 Mount Rushmore. 2005 Oregon. Is it Oregon? Oregon. 95. It's 84 Philly. 82s and 83s, they did not make mint sets, so we saved those ones. Block Island 2018. Well, the In COD We Trust, I don't believe that's a error. Basically, they all kind of look like In COD We Trust. They didn't misspell anything on it. It's just how the die looks. So people post it for sale on eBay all the time. I don't think it's in error by any means. You guys can have your own opinion on that as well. You look under the scope, you can see a little serif on every single one of them. So here's a 68. This one, absolutely, Christopher. I mean, other people can have their own opinions too. Like, that's just one. I mean, I don't even say I'm super knowledgeable. I'm just one guy's opinion. So, okay, the 68. Man, it's tough there. It's probably a Denver. 68. $1968 Washington. Let's see if this is quicker. 1968 Denver. We're looking for a double die reverse, $quarter. Yeah, buddy?
Can I go get juice box?
You had one earlier. You got some dinner though. Look at this. AU 55, $800. MS60, $1,000.
Looks like some metal.
Yeah, this one looks like doubling. So we're gonna look for the 68 Denver DDR. That's the reverse. We'll look at this side. Can your sister?
I'll make you one, and then I'll make you another one, okay?
This is kind of what we're looking for here. Some of this extra line stuff. That's only on one letter. So I won't get too excited about that. And then up here on that E pluribus unum, kind of looks like maybe something going on here. You can see the extra line across, but it's tough to say. Let me zip in on a little bit more and see what we can see. Give me a second. I'm gonna focus it up. It wasn't as clear as the other day. It's like, I don't know, it's so damaged you can hardly tell. This thing is in rough shape. I don't really think it's doubling, but is that just one man's opinion? I'm just trying to cruise through these, trying to find some stuff. Here's a 82. We're going to save our 82s and 83s. Just because if you find one of these in really good condition, this one's not in great condition, but if you find one in good condition, it'll be worth a lot of money. Here's a 2022 Anime Wong. We're looking at George's nose for extra metal, the Washington nose wart. We're looking next to his mouth for the Julian George. Check out by his ear. Sometimes you can see some die clash type errors. We're going to look at Anime Wong. I think the May in her name, her eyeball, and look for a hangnail. Look for tears, hangnails, any issues with her name. Nothing there. Gerald, you have a 68S proof with only the we on the core. Wow. Sounds amazing. South Carolina 2000. I believe these South Carolinas can be good for a rotated die. I mean, any coin really can be, but you just hold it and you flip it straight up and down, And if you turn it over and it's like this, bam, you have what you're looking for. Alaska. Always on the Alaska, we're looking at this claw on the bottom right. We're looking for extra metal. Check it on under the scope. Easy to see. You'd have like an extra blob of metal here somewhere. 2005, Kansas. Looking for the In God We Rust. That one definitely says trust. 86, Denver. Here's a Colorado 2006, Denver. How about we're also looking for W mints. Those things are awesome. The 2019 and 2020 W mint from West Point. Definitely looking. So here's another Kansas. I better check that cherry picker's guide because I'm pretty sure that these suckers, they can have another error. 2005 Kansas. See, I'm still learning stuff too. Oh, so if you have a 2005 Kansas proof, which is an S, you look for that die dent reverse. I don't have any of those. Look for quarters blank planchets. That would be a sweet find. Basically just looks like a piece of metal. Nothing stamped on it. That would be sweet. Oh, here's a 2020. All 2020s. Check out that mint mark. This one's in Denver. This is W. Keep that sucker. Here's a Guam. I always keep my 2009s. Pennies and quarters. I just enjoy my 2009s, so I just keep them. Montana 2007. Tennessee 2002. Here's an 82. I find a really nice 82 last week. California 2005. 2021. What's up, Jose? Okay, 2021s. We're looking at Mr. General George Washington's hat. We're looking up here. Let me grab my extra special pointer, custom. We're looking for extra metal. All up here. If you get a big blob and it gets up in that E pluribus there, that's good stuff. Worth some money. How about a New Mexico? New Mexico, huh? Here's a Denver, Connecticut, 1999. Yeah, I don't know why. I just like the 2009s. You can find different errors on the pennies. You can find errors on some of the 2009 quarters as well. I just like the designs on them, and I feel like the designs on the quarters. I feel like they're hard to find up in rural North Dakota. Couple more, then we're on the next roll. Here's a 86 out of Denver. How about a 66? Oh, this one we can look for some doubling as well. Looks like it's a big old scratch from his nose. Check this one under. Look at that big old scratch. Post-mint damage, not an error. We are looking for doubling. Basically all these 60s and some of the 70s, all the 60s stuff I'm looking for is pretty much all doubling. So just to make it quicker, I just generally look at all the lettering and see if I have doubling. And I've been learning there's different types of doubling too. There's true double dies, and then there's machine doubling or double strike. maybe. It's all kind of goofy stuff. Okay, last one of the roll, 1993 Denver. Time to open a new roll. See if I get any silver in this sucker. Come on. I haven't pulled a silver quarter out of a roll in a long time, but man, that'd be sweet pulling out live. I don't see anything. See all copper and everything, so go ahead and power through this roll. Hopefully everyone's having a good night. Struggling. I'm on the struggle bus. 2000, Virginia. Another 2021. We're going to check his hat under the scope. This has got some almost like a wood grain effect to it. Like, I don't know what causes that, but how about an 89 Philly? Just double check real quick. Here's another Kansas. Philly, Kansas. We're going to check for the good old In God We Rust. Alabama, 2003. How about a Blue Ridge Parkway? Denver. That's pretty shiny, but then look at that tunnel. Like a black mark on it. Got burned. Another 2020. Make sure you check all your 2020s and 2019s for the W mint. Here's a Denver. We have pulled one W mint out of this box so far. And we pulled one out of the last box we had. So one per box. It's not great. It's not terrible either. Make sure you guys head over to the channel, like, subscribe. If you learned something, share it with somebody. All I'm trying to do is just spread a little bit of knowledge on like super easy things you guys can look for. 2007 Utah. Might make your coins just a little bit extra valuable. So here's a 70 Denver. This is on the list. Denver mint mark. Oh, I have to look this one up. This one might be like a type H reverse. 1970. There's a few different things. Look for double die obverse. In God We Trust. Liberty. Oh, those things can be worth $300, $750, MS $1,500. That's a 1970D double die obverse. We get a 1970D double die obverse with a different type of doubling, also quite valuable. And I think there's one more. Oh, if it's a proof, then you look for a different type of doubling. So we're looking for the double die obverse on this sucker, which is the head side. We're going to check this sucker out closely because it could be worth a lot of money. We're looking for split serifs. We're looking for shadowies. I'm not seeing a whole lot here. Double check the book one more time. Oh, excuse me. Holy smokes. So, In God We Trust, in the ERTY of Liberty. That would be here. Doubling evidence on the date as well. On the date, it kind of looked like an elongated 7. I don't really see it. I'm not seeing it. Calling it. Jose, you guys finding anything? There's a 72 Denver. We're going to look for very similar things. 72 Denver. They took it out of the cherry picker's guide. It's probably double die obverse or double die reverse. You pull up the NGC coin variety plus, looking for quarters, looking for Washington quarters, 1932 to 1998. And we're looking at a 72 Denver. Very good reference to use. 72 Denver type H reverse. So all these, they kind of look the same. Everyone looks at them, they all look the same. Type H reverse, we're looking, let me give you a close-up first. We're looking at these arrows on the left side, right here above the leaf. We'll look at them under the scope. Okay, so 1972 Denver. This is a type G reverse. You can kind of see a little gap on these. There's like 2 arrows on the top of this bundle. There's a gap between the arrows and the leaf. It's a type G reverse. A type H reverse, basically these points would be buried right into this leaf here. And that would be the type H reverse, 25 cent, 1972 Denver. That's what you'd be looking for. Minnesota, 2005. You guys know to check for the Minnesota extra tree. That's right around here. Center, dead center of the cone. Put that under there. Yeah, dead center of the coin. We're looking for it can be close to this tree, or it can be in the middle. Just basically an extra tree. 2000, New Hampshire. How about a Jovita Idar? And check the nose wart and the Drew and George. 86 Denver. We've got a little bit of stuff on it. 2002 Louisiana. 1995. We're almost through our second roll here only. We gotta kind of pick up the pace here a little bit. Pick up the pace. Got some coins to get through. I have. Ooh, here's a good one to look at. The Homestead. A couple different things we can look for on this one. I'm going to point out 3 different spots we can look. We can look for up on the roof here, extra metal. We can check out in the window here. You kind of need a scope or a loop to look at it. And then you can look for the leaky bucket down here. And I'll show you guys kind of what it looks like. We'll start at the top. So up on top, this Homestead, it's the Homestead quarter. Basically look for extra lumps of metal or anything you can see that doesn't look like a nice smooth roof. Do you say roof or roof? Roof or roof? Next one, the curve of this water pump handle can sometimes get doubled in this window pane here. So just check here, see if you have any lines going through that window pane. And then the last one, we're looking for the leaky bucket or the bucket bottom fell off type where looks like a blob of metal kind of around the bottom of this bucket. It can look like you have a leaky bucket. 2017 effigy mounds. We're going to look for a doubled udder. Basically extra metal under one of those cows. You see nothing there. 2019. Remember on 2019s and 2020s? Always look for that W mint. This one's a Philly. I have found a W mint in the last box. Wilma Man Killer. 2022. There's probably some errors on that one somewhere. 97 Denver. The 74. Nope, there's no on the list. 25 cents. Florida, 2004. There's a Philly Arches, 2014. I saw something one time. I thought it was on this one, but maybe not. 1971 out of Denver. We're looking for doubling on this one. This one's actually in quite nice shape. 71 Denver. Look at how beautiful that is. Yeah, double die reverse we're looking for. And yeah, double die reverse. Look in the back. We're just gonna admire how beautiful this is, though. Just for a minuto. Un minuto, por favor. Look at how nice this one is. This one's really nice. Yes, I know it has some circulation marks. It has some pitting. But overall, it looks really nice. Check out if there's anything on here. 1971D, strong doubling evident on United States of America. Check how much those things can go for. EF 40, $300. AU, $600. MS, $1,500 just for a 1971D Washington quarter that has a little bit extra doubling on it. It's crazy. So just notates United States of America, strong doubling. Unfortunately, the one in hand is not worth two in the bush. Or one in the bush is worth two in the hand, or wherever that thing goes. 1996 Philly. Almost done with this roll, then we get to pop another one open. Look for silver again. In God We Trust. Looking for a Kansas In God We Rust error. Looking for a 2021 die chip on top of his hat. Check out up here. Any extra metal? Blobs. Here's a District of Columbia. A Duke Ellington. 2009. Denver. So on this one, I save all my 2009s anyway, but on this one, we're checking out these keys next to his elbow and these letters next to his elbow for some doubling and some extra deals going on. Or not doubling. You can get doubled letters like the E, L, L if you get a really extreme one. It's an extra key error. You can get an extra blob of metal here. You can get extra blob of metal here. Excuse me. That is not the one we're looking for. Okay, Denver, Colorado. Harper's Ferry 2016. Thank you guys all for hanging out tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you. Here's a Denver. Ooh, a 2004. You guys know what to look for on this Wisconsin. Yeah, everybody knows the Wisconsin. We're looking for extra leaf high or extra leaf low right in this area. I think it needs to be a Denver, but maybe it needs to be a Philly. I don't know. See, here's the corn cob. Come right here, and we're looking for an arc here low or arc here high for extra leaf high or extra leaf low. And that's the last quarter of that roll. Let's go ahead and pop another one open. Find a silver. I'm gonna have to give a silver away or something. I have to do something. I haven't popped a silver out. Not out of these last two boxes. Not out of this roll. Let's keep going. Pennsylvania, 1999. We're looking for W mints. Ooh, North Dakota. Anyone ever been to North Dakota? I hear it's a beautiful place. It's like probably 50 degrees there right now. Not that I know. Gettysburg, 2011. I swear I heard something about these Gettysburgs too. Make them a little bit more valuable. Ooh, another Duke Ellington. Sometimes these Wisconsin coins, I'm like, oh, I gotta hang on to them because what if all of a sudden it sprouts an extra leaf? But they never do. Held on to a bunch. Duke Ellington, we're looking for the extra key, extra metal, extra letters there. We're in this area. And if you don't know what to look for, then just you can look up 2009 quarter Duke Ellington error or something online and you can find them too. California, Yosemite Valley. I have been to California one time. Is it worth going back? It was a handful of years ago. Oh, a 65. We're looking for the DDO 65. We're looking for the DDR 65. Oh, I must do that back. We're going to look at all the lettering on the 65s. See if we can find anything that's doubled. Make it worth extra money. And if you're ever curious what's worth extra money, you can just go on eBay and you can search the sold listings, use the advanced setting on the sold listings, and you can see what has sold in the recent past. Like is yesterday, if it sold yesterday, you can find it. Some mashed up, damaged up. Thank you guys for hanging out. Don't forget, head over to the channel, subscribe, helps the channel. It's free for you guys. Helps drive up a little bit of traffic. Here's another 2021. Looking for extra metal in the hat. We found one that looked like it had a bunch of water in the hat once. Massachusetts. Never been to Massachusetts. I should start a new kind of book. 81s, no, 82s and 83s were saving. Should start a new book, like which states have I been to? I have been to Ohio, Mississippi, and my crooked letter rye, crooked letter rye, humpback, I. 1980. Let me get through this roll. I just feel there's a silver lurking around that next corner. Another 2021. We're going to look for that extra metal on his hat. General George Washington. No, just a little bit of damage on there. I heard you can maybe find some extra metal on his sword sometimes. You can find extra metal anywhere on these if you want to pick them apart. If you really want to look at them under the scope, really try, yeah. I'm not so sure I want to spend the time for an extra $1. Rather find a $300 error check that out one more time. You guys been finding any silver? I heard silver's been going down more. I haven't checked it actually for a few days. I should check it out. Silver price today. Oh, it's down. It is way down. Holy cow. $68.85. Eleanor Roosevelt, you can check her hat as well. See if there's any extra gobbledygook there. Denver, Pennsylvania. Another Kansas. We're checking for In God We Rust. I'll just put it under the scope just for extra clarity. If you get In God We Rust and you really can't see the T there, worth some extra money. Great Sand Dunes 2014. Every time I find something on some other coin, I usually try to add it to the list here and see. 95 Philly. Oh, 2019. We're looking for W's on the 2019s and the 2020s. This one, unfortunately, is out of Philadelphia. Maria Tall Chief. 2023. Frederick Douglass, 2017. He's got some scratches, like rolling scratches or something like that. 2022. Maya Angelou. If you guys know of any errors on these things too, you can throw them in the chat and I'll be adding them to my list. I just don't want to look at every single coin every single time. It gets to be pretty monotonous. So we just kind of cruise through. Boy, he is thumpy. We're just gonna cruise through, look for things that we know about, and if we learn something on a different coin, then we can always look on the next bag of coins. All right, next roll. Silver this time. Anyone? Silver in this roll? That would be sweet. I basically don't have any hope for silver in these bank rolls anymore because I found out that the rolling machine at my local bank will kick silver out. It'll actually get rejected. So it makes me wonder, is like the Central Bank of North Dakota also kicking them out? Pennsylvania. Extra metal in the hat. Man, I just had all kinds of comments come through. Here I've been rambling to myself the whole time. Not even noticing you guys have been commenting because they weren't loading, so I apologize for that. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi. I have slow Wi-Fi sometimes. I'm just going to pull up eBay real quick. eBay. I'm just going to look at the sold listings. I think they're a couple bucks, maybe $5. 2021. Die chip error. Washington quarter. We'll look for sold items. And we're looking at, some of these, if they're really good shape, really good, 10 to 40 bucks for that die chip on the hat. So there you go. Hopefully you guys have been able to listen along. They're worth looking for sure. Here's a 2020. Is a W? Nope. Colorado. So I got to play catch up in this chat here a little bit. Ron, I'm kind of wondering what you have a bunch of. If you have the metal hats on the extra metal on his hat, or what? Thanks. I do like this scope. Metal Detecting Canada. I like your handle there. I also do some metal detecting with my mine lab. Another Maria Tall Chief. Yeah, Ron, I started looking for like, oh yeah, I'll look for every single coin, every single error, extra metal on every single coin. And it's like, man, it takes so long and you get like $1. It's really not worth my time. And that's like, finally I had an epiphany. I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool. A bit of a damaged mint there. So now I just look for the higher errors. I got the Cherry Picker's Guide. Hopefully I can search for hundreds of dollars of errors versus, sub a couple dollars like this one, 2017. I have found a couple where you look at her face, and this one looks like there's a scar on her chin. I have to make sure it's like a raised thing and not like a dent, though. I have to get my other flash magnifier out. But yeah, you find this. Well, what is it worth? Is it worth $1? Well, it might not be worth your time to even pull it out. It might just be worth it to bring it back to the bank, pull out a 2019 from a bankroll, flip it over for a W mint. I was hoping. Just a Denver. There's another 2019 looking for the Denver, or the W's. Did I say Denver? Wow. Wow, Hellman. You are a piece of work. 2020, we're looking for W's on 2020 and 2019s. It's at 88. Not what we're looking for. Michigan. Ooh, we got any Michiganders? Any Yoopers in the house? Any trolls in the house? This one was kind of cool. The first time I put this under the scope, just to see like the actual topographic contours on the Upper Peninsula and Lower Peninsula there. Yeah, that was really cool. Maine 2003. Gerald says Friday in 4 hours, silver will be down $25 or more. Dang, that shot way up, and I was like, oh man, my silver coins are worth so much. And then, I gotta look at that one. Then I turned around, it's like, dang, my silver quarters are not worth much. It's happening so fast. Oh, come on, I'm not gonna be able to find this now. Next time, I guess. We're supposed to look for die chips on that one, but you know what? Oh, here it is. 2018 Voyagers. We're looking here at this loon or duck. We're looking here just for an extra blob of metal. Sorry, let me get my fancy pointer out. Somewhere in here. Can't remember exactly. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Just Tuskegee Airmen. I believe you can find extra metal in the goggles on this one as well. We'll just eyeball it. Yes, it is the thrill of the hunt. And I also struggle with that. You find, like, I have a bucket of copper downstairs. It's like, well, it's not really taking up much room. It's not really costing me anything to hang on to it. but it's really not worth a whole lot either. Sometimes it's easier just to be like, oh, I can't remember why I saved this one because I'm not very organized. So I toss them back in the bag and I just bring them back to the bank and I get new ones, and that's way more exciting sometimes. Here's a shiny Denver 2020. I wish it was a shiny W. What's up, Coin Hunter? Welcome to the chat. Here's an 83. This one's pretty beat up. We will put it off to the side until I forget about it and someone brings it back to the bank. Last one, Theodore Roosevelt 2016. We are on to this is the fourth roll. Any silver, any silver. Not that it's worth a whole lot anymore, but that would still be sweet to find silver or to find a proof in one of these rolls, huh? Yeah, nothing there. Let's go. 1996, Denver. Everglades, 2014. We can look at the wingtip on this one. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I don't know exactly. I think it's something here. I don't think it's on the right. And I don't think it was even a very prominent thing that I was even looking for. Something around there. Probably one of those ones that's worth a buck or two. Salt River Bay 2020. Looking for the W mints for West Point. Gerald says people are saying copper coins. Oh, I gotta get my charger out. Copper coins are worth 6 cents now? Dang, I should have saved more of those suckers. What was I even thinking? Let me get my charger. Swap it out. Nope, wrong charger. Hold on. I don't care. I gotta find my charger. Here it is. Can't continue the hunt without the scope. That's a tragedy. That is a tragedy. All right. Here we go. Back in business. All right. Silver is gonna go back up, huh? It might. It's kind of cool. It's got a dent in it. It's bent. Generally, if I have like wheat cents or something, I find a damage like that, I'll save them. Quarter. Nah, I'm not really sold on that. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It's free. Helps the channel out immensely. Especially if you've seen anything here that you like and you want to come back sometime. I'd love to have you guys back. There's a Denver Bombay hook 2015. Looking for that high dollar quarter. I did say I was going to show you guys what I found before. Here is my 1965 DDR FS801. Should pop it out of here. I haven't really sealed it up yet. 1965. So A double die obverse can be worth in AU 50 like $75. This one they actually took out of the cherry picker's guide. This one's, I would say it's in like 40 maybe. Yeah, 40, somewhere in that range. It looks really nice. But you look at the back in America, we'll throw it under the scope. Check out that. Check out that doubling. I did do a short on this one. Now this might not be double die. This might be a different type of doubling that they describe in this book. I did a little bit of reading on it. Like a strike doubling. It might be a strike doubling. Not quite sure. But that's one of my sweet finds. I got pretty excited. Coin Hunter, your sister has a penny with the reverse of a dime. How come you haven't done a video on it yet, man? That's a sweet video right there. That's a mule. A mule error. You're just sitting on that thing? Gerald, if silver goes down to 30, buy all in. Dang. I have to put this one back in this flip before I forget about it. And I throw it in the main bucket. I gotta also staple that shut. When I get staples one day, maybe I will do that. 2015 Blue Ridge Parkway. That one's in fine shape. What's up, Thomas? Welcome to the chat. We're trying to learn a thing or two about quarters, myself included. 2015 Kisachi. We're looking for silver, obviously, is number one. We're looking for doubling. We're looking for errors, varieties. Gavin, you got a steel penny? I have a few steel pennies. Well, I got 3 in my wheat penny book, and then 3 spares actually, or 2 spares. I think I gave one away to one of my teachers. What's up, Dallas? Welcome to the chat. If you know anything about coins, I would love to hear it because I'm by no means an expert. I just am the guy here looking at them. Here's a Denver, 2004. Wisconsin, we have to look for the extra leaf. We'd be looking at the corn cob right there, and right here we'd be looking for a line here, low leaf, or a line here, a high leaf. That would be a sweet find. Definitely worth some extra money. The 2004s. Oh. 2004 extra high leaf MS is like $75 quarter. Extra low leaf MS 60 is about a $60 quarter. So they do have to be in pretty decent shape, but dude, you get a $20 for a quarter all day long. That'd be sweet. Oh, I have to add this 1994. Oh, here's a 2019 Denver. I gotta add 1994 P, no P. I guess there's some 94 P's with no P's in these quarters. And those can be worth, even in just decent condition, $45. So they're definitely worth pulling out of there if all you gotta do is like, oh yeah, this one doesn't have a P on it. Are you kidding me? I think I went through some 1983s earlier. Didn't even pull them. Denver, 1999. Yes, I do find foreigns quite often. I found some quarters, I found some pennies, and I found some nickels. Here's the Bessie Coleman. We're going to look for the burning plane. Check out this here plane here. Any chunks of extra metal up on the wing, up in the bottom. They call it the burning plane. Gerald, you found an 1806 in customer wrap roll with pennies, a German silver coin. Sweet. That's an awesome find, man. Congratulations. Bomb by a Hook 2015. We're almost ready to dump the cup out. It's getting pretty full. Pictured Rocks in Michigan. Anyone ever been up to Pictured Rocks? If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. That place is awesome. You go snorkeling, you go sit on the cliffs. That's an awesome place to go. Here's a 79. 77. So 2020, can it be a W? Nope, just a Denver. 2021, looking for extra metal on the hat. 1998. Shenandoah. 2014. Not the one we're looking for. 1999, Connecticut. I'm sure this one's got all kinds of errors in all them branches. Who's got the time to look for those things, though? Georgia. James. I always think of James and the Giant Peach. Let me see that peach. 1989. A couple more left in this roll. There's a 96 Denver. And a Virginia from 2000. Alright, time to dump my cup out into my bank bag. There we go. Reset. Reload. Anything silver. I'll take any, or a proof. I'd take a proof too. Nope. There's some shiny ones in there, but definitely not proofs. Could be wrong. I'll be wrong. I don't care. Nevada, 2006. There's a 1967. Sure you guys are sick of hearing that by now. Denver, Maryland, 2000. Sorry, I do have a little bit of stuffiness going on. Just a little bit of springtime congestions. Yeah. 2022. Maya Angelou. Eleanor Roosevelt. We can look at her hat, see if there's any extra lumps up there. I'm not seeing anything there. Oregon, Oregon, Oregon. South Carolina. I went there a couple summers ago, maybe. There's a Perry's Victory. This one is also in the Cherry Picker's Guide. Perry's Victory. We take a little glancey over at the, oh man, come on, let's focus. At the shoulder here. So the Perry's Victory, we're looking at the shoulder here. Let me get this fancy pointer out. We're looking for an extra metal here. Any extra metal there? Marvin, this is that. It's like AILOKKI or something I got on Amazon. I do have an affiliate link over on my channel. If you use that link, it's free for you. It will just direct you there. So head over to my channel, check out my link for the coin scope. That's this one. Super happy with it. It's got awesome zoom. I'm gonna have to do a review video on it here soon for you guys. I would definitely appreciate it. Like I said, free for you guys to use, and it just helps out the channel. I might get a little something for it. Here's a 2019. Oh, we got a West Point, baby! We do. That is awesome. A W. It's a River of No Return 2019 W Mint. This is the second W Mint we pulled out of this box. We're just going to have to sit there and admire that thing for a minute. It's in really nice shape. We'll chuck it under the scope here. Look, there's no scratches on this sucker. That 1 looks a little goofy. That 9 looks a little goofy. Maybe a little die chatter in there. Nazer, shout out. Yeah, buddy. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Look for Hellman and Hunts, HELMINEN, Hunts, HUNTS. Head over to the channel. This is unreal. Look at it, like hardly any marks on here, and a W Mint. Sweet. We'll just have to leave that up there for now. Second W Mint out of the box. Let's keep on going. Maybe we can find another one. Those were like just probably a handful of rolls apart too. It wasn't anything too crazy. This box is definitely paying off. Lowell 2019. Another one you can look for W Mints on. There's a Philly Voyagers. We can look at that loon for some extra metal. I'm going to leave the W up there still. Let's go. You find some W's on those 2019s, 2020s. And you too can search for something. Here's an 83 Denver. We'll save that sucker. 2021. We'll just bump this off to the side just briefly, look for some extra metal. Nope, let's go back to that W. That thing's way more beautiful. Way more. 1990, not in bad condition. Let's keep going. Utah, 2007. 1991. How about a 79? Nope. We're just kind of looking for ones out of the Cherry Picker's Guide, out of the list I have. 1965 is definitely on that list. Like, look at this. I'm going to compare these two 65s. I'll show you what I'm used to seeing on a 65, which is the one on the left. And look at the one on the right, 1965 on the right. Look how beautiful that thing is. Look at the crispness of the features of the lettering, except for like N and T and Trust. Flip these suckers over. Check out the eagle's chest. One on the right, you can definitely see much more detail. Check out the arrows, that the bundle of arrows that thing's holding on to. One on the right way better. I gotta put this back in the flip before I lose it again. So the 65, we're looking for. Oh man, don't let me throw that W back in the pile. Looking for a DDO. We're gonna look at these letters, even though they're super beat up. See if we can maybe even see anything. These things are toast. This thing is just like, holy smokes. Been through the ringer. We're gonna look at the back. Look for doubling. United States. This got a huge scratch through the whole thing. Thing is hardly worth the 25 cents it's printed on. Nothing too exciting there. Alright, just keep going. Voto para la mujer. Nina Otero Warren. 2022. Out of Denver. 2015 Blue Ridge Parkway. Washington. I've been to Washington one time. I just never flew through Washington. The Evergreen State. Hovita Idar. Wild looking coin there. Denver. Uh, 2006 Nevada. Fingers are starting to grub up a little bit here. Ooh, North Dakota. North Dakota, beautiful place. You should go there sometime. 2015 Kisatchie. 1996 out of Philly. Nope, looking for 1994 Nopi. Here's a newer one, 2024. Rural North Dakota. This is what we call a newer coin. Let's see if it's one I don't have yet. Oh, nope, I have a handful of these now. Not sure if there's errors on them. If there is, let me know. Georgia. Philly. Maine. I have never been to Maine. I know people who've been to Maine. 1978. Last one of the roll, 1981. Out of Denver. All right. Let's open up another roll. Is there any silver in this one? Any W's in this one? What do we got? What do we have here? Nothing. Nothing at all. I mean, maybe. We could still find a W in here. We can still find a W. Don't lose faith yet. There's a 79. This one's pretty beat up. There's a Philly. Utah 2007. Man, that thing's just gnarly. 97 Denver. Let's find a proof. That'd be sweet to find a proof, too. These Wyomings, 2007. If you find a P Wyoming, you can have a doubled saddle. Yeah, 2007 P Wyoming double die reverse. You look. Let me get my pointer. You look here. Look right here where his like saddle horn is. You can find a doubling there. There's a couple different versions of it. One just looks like a finger, and one looks like a whole line. So one is just like a little dash, and the other one is like this whole arc. Massachusetts, 2000. There's a 68. We're going to look for some doubling on this sucker. 68. Let's check out this one. This is a 68 Denver. Yeah, we're looking for a double die reverse in $quarter. All reverse lettering. The leaves, branches on the eagle's wingtips. Oh, okay, let's check out the lettering first. These in about uncirculated 55 can be like $800. They must be fairly rare. Check out $quarter. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Silver proof. Find one of those suckers. That'd be a good stream right there. The leaves, branches, like so here. I lost my pointer. Here it is. Leaves and branches. Eagle's wingtips. Maybe some doubling here. I don't know if it's everywhere. But man, it's like... This coin's so beat up though. I kind of question some of this. If we look here, I feel like I can see an extra line here, an extra line here, an extra line here, an extra line here. Maybe something on the bottom of the D. Like that kind of looks like what we're looking for. It's nothing crazy like that 65 DDR FS 801 I have. States, I can't really see a whole lot. Maybe something there on this right side of the E. Like maybe a line here on the right side of the O. I don't know. It's suspect. We're gonna maybe hang on to that one. $19.65. We're gonna look at for some doubling on this one too. $19.65. Let's look at all of the lettering. $19.65. Check out United States of America. Got some schmooze on this coin. Look at E pluribus unum and $quarter. I see nothing. You got some old pennies in great condition and dollar coins. Depends what you got. You can sell them on eBay. If they're wheat pennies or Indians, like you can go on eBay and look at them. If you have any dollar coins, like the gold dollar, or are you talking about the big dollars, the Eisenhower dollars? Or are you talking the gold dollars? Worth different amounts. Different areas to look for. You can kind of go online and search whatever the coin is, whatever the denomination is, and search error, and it'll tell you what you're going to be looking for. What's up?
I don't get it.
Oh, yeah? 2007, like I said, the P, Wyoming, you're going to look for doubled saddle. Not on that one. Eleanor Roosevelt, and just check out her hat real quick. See if there's any extra blobs up there, any extra metal. 81. There's a Denver 2017. After this roll, guys, I'm going to have to wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys all hanging out. Make sure you smash that like if you haven't already. It's free for you guys. Helps the channel tremendously. I cannot thank you guys enough for hanging out, hitting the like button, and then going over and subscribing. Like that's the most help you guys can be. Unless you throw some comments down on some videos, share them with people. Like, however, if you have people that you have or that you know have coins, share these videos out or tag me in some stuff that they have out there. It'd be awesome to go see it. It's a really nice 1990. Plus, 1990 is a great year. It's a beautiful year. That is probably a lucky find for me tonight. Let's hang on to that one. Mark, this here microscope, I think it was like 30 or 40, 45 bucks maybe. Highly recommend it. Head over to my channel. I have a link to it. It's an affiliate link, so you guys can use it for free. I get a kickback. And you guys get a fantastic microscope to look at coins with. It has awesome zoom. It has digital zoom, optical zoom. It's got a pretty clear picture. Here's a 72 Philly. The 74. 2002 Ohio. Oh, there's a 2012. I think like $30 or $40, yeah. Something like that. It wasn't too crazy. Battery life on it's pretty good. Few more coins here, guys. Might be able to hop back on a little bit later tonight and go over through some more coins. 1990 again. But I do have to wrap this up here. $2022. Voto para la mujer. 1985. I got a couple more here. I will try to send you the link, Mark. It will be after the stream. That's fine. Minnesota. Minnesota. We are looking for an extra tree on the Minnesota. Right here. And this is basically smack dab center. It almost looks like this might be the top of said extra tree that we're looking for. No, it's just like a watermark or something. I don't know. Indiana 2002. And that is the last one. Mark, I'm going to send you that link if I can figure out how to do it. If not, head over to my channel. I have links right on my channel there for this exact coin scope. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm going to try to get back on later tonight. If I do get a chance, I'll come back on. I have, oh man, too many more quarter rolls to go through. So thanks for hanging out, guys. Hit the like button. Head over to the channel, subscribe, follow, comment on my videos, ask questions. I'm here to learn too, just as much as you guys. I feel like I'm still such a beginner in this coin stuff, so appreciate all you guys' help. Have a good night.